The treasure hunters who went across the river, located in a cave system beneath Abelia Prim's manor, returned, but none of them will speak of what they found there. Bazo, you've decided to go look for yourself. And so you make your way beneath the atrium, beneath Abelia Prim's complex, underneath the manor house, beneath that into the cave system, and you eventually find yourself at an underground river. You cannot see from where this river flows or to where it flows. You can only see the elbow of it that you're on. First things first, I need a light source.
Oh no, I don't think I have one.
You don't have a light source.
Oh Lord, I'm already in trouble. No.
You find yourself on the bank of the river. You hear the water and you realize you forgot your candle, you forgot a lantern. But you've gone this far, and so you might as well continue. What little ambient light was coming from up above is gone. You are wading across the river. You can't see anything on the other side. It's darkness. But you can tell that you have crossed from the land of the living into the land of the dead. How do you know?
I'm not breathing. There's no air, and I don't need it.
You have a set goal of exploring the lands on the other side of the underground river. What do you do?
I am waiting to see. I'm wading through the river right now, correct?
You're on the other side of it now.
I'm on the other side. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am going to hold my hands out in front of me because it is still dark and try to feel around to see what the ground feels like. Is it rocky? Is it sandy? Am I on grass? Just to get an idea of what the topography of this place is like.
Make the hunt roll.
I have I have skills in endurance. Hmm. I have skills in metal. So if this is a type of, rock or something that a metal would come from, I would probably know that. Otherwise,
I don't know if that's
maybe
going to
not.
help you palm around in the dark necessarily.
That's fine. I'll do my one hunt roll.
Oh, I don't. I think I need to give you the link to the die roller actually.
Oh, okay. I put one in there, but we can use.
Oh, okay. It
No
doesn't
big deal.
matter. Which?
I'll use the one that you put in.
Okay.
Uh, that's a two.
It just feels like kind of damp, rocky soil underfoot in your hands. You can't really tell where you're going, but you can hear footsteps of others in the darkness. They're all walking away from you. So whoever they are, they're going somewhere. What do you do?
Do I know if any of my fellow company members are out here right now?
Not not currently that you're aware of. The only
Okay.
people we know who went across the river have not spoken about what they saw.
Yeah. So I can safely assume, I think Bazos assumes that this is not members of his party. And does not know if they're going to be safe, but at least they're going in a direction that sounds like going somewhere. So I'm going to follow behind quietly as quietly as I can.
The journey is fairly slow because you're having to walk in the dark and you're having to go by sound. You can hear these others, their feet crunching on the gravel, their boots crunching on the gravel. They're spread apart, they're not together, and they're not speaking. But you can hear at least a dozen distinct people all going towards something. You hear them occasionally beyond just their footsteps. Sometimes you hear heavy breathing, like the journey is difficult for them. Sometimes you hear weeping, like the journey is a sad one. Someone very far up ahead is laughing and capering about. What are you doing as you make this slow journey in the dark?
I'm particularly bothered by the sound of the labored breathing because I'm not breathing. So they
Hmm.
are of some sort of thing that I am not, or there's something wrong with me, and I'm not sure which it is.
Hmm.
Uh, so I think I'm trying to keep, I'm a big guy, but I'm trying to keep sort of lower to the ground as I sneak towards the sound of these footsteps. I'm trying to keeping my arms out to see if I can find any sort of structure to hide behind to get it, try and let my eyes adjust and get an idea of what they're actually doing.
You can make another hunt roll.
I still don't have any useful skills. Uh,
You're,
Crafting.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, that's okay. One die. I get a 5. Exciting.
Take your hunt token. Eventually, one of these journeyers, these travelers, gets close enough to you to place a clammy palm on the back of your neck. And you can hear them as they move their face close to yours. But then they continue on. Everyone continues on. You eventually reach light. It's a faint light. It's in the distance, and your eyes have to adjust to it. But there is a faint white light off to one side. But the great number of people who are on this journey, some of whom you can vaguely see now in silhouette, they're not walking toward the light. They're going somewhere else. What do you do?
Now that I can see a little bit, can I see if this side of the river is it? Am I above ground? Am I within rock? I want to get a better view of what I'm surrounded by
You can make
from
another
where
hunt
I am.
roll.
3.
I think as you're looking around, you do realize you're in some sort of cave system, perhaps. And indeed, the other travelers are going into one branch of the cave system. Inexorably, they seem to know where they're going. you lose your footing and slide down a gravelly hill and are deposited closer to that white light. Indeed, you can see now that the white light, it almost looks like a way marker or a sign or a symbol above a kind of cave mouth. It's an ankh. Do you know what an ankh is?
Yeah.
It's like a glowing white ankh above this cave mouth. What do you do?
I want to look around at the cave mouth. Does it look like this is something that has been constructed by beings or people? Does it have supports, or does it look like it's something that was naturally eroded away?
Interesting. That's a good question. Yeah, make a hunt roll.
I do have skills in crafting.
I'll take that. Yeah.
That's a 6.
Take your token. No, it appears to be natural cave as best you can tell. Though I will say that the ground near the entrance seems a little worn, as if many people have come through here over the years. Though, for cave to get worn like that, it would have to be many, many people over many centuries.
And yet, not a single person is walking towards the light here. Do I still hear the voices and footsteps of the other people?
Yeah, they're still going wherever they're going.
They're still going. I'm very hesitant about walking into a cave that nobody else is walking into. And I think I want to try and look around and see if there's any evidence that people have walked out of this cave.
I'll give you that from your last roll. The answer is yes, in and out.
In and out.
Yeah.
I want to poke my head into the cave. Just my head.
You won't be able to learn much by just putting your head in. It's just a tunnel.
Oh, I'm going to go through the cave. I'm going to go into the cave.
You press deep into the tunnel. You have a little bit of ambient light from the glowing ankh, but not much. What are your questions?
Does this tunnel look different compared to the tunnel that I was just in? Does it look structurally different, as if it's leading somewhere else, or it's made from a different kind of rock, or
Make a hunt roll.
has a different purpose?
Yeah, you can do the 2 dice again.
Excellent. That's a 2.
You go in for a bit. You still have a little bit of light. And you're looking around. And again, it just looks like a natural cave tunnel. Though you do notice that on the walls there are brackets for sconces, or like for torches, you know? They're not lit, there's nothing in them, but it looks like maybe at some point in some time someone wanted to be able to see as they traverse this place. You almost stumble into a person on their haunches, hunkered down, squatted down, facing away from you. You can't really see them too well in the light or what they're doing, but you can hear them. What do you do?
Oh, poor dumb Bazo. I'm going to ask this person if they are all right.
What do you say?
Excuse me. Are you quite well?
They spin around. You can't see them too well in the light, but you can see that they're very emaciated. They have very little skin on the bone. Their eyes are kind of popped out wildly from the sockets, or they kind of stand out from the sockets because of lack of flesh. And they hiss and show a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth, and they leap You're in combat with this thing. Tell me how you're exposed to danger.
It's dark, and I didn't expect that.
Indeed. Go ahead and make your weak point roll.
2.
And it's combat 1. They are an endurance 7.
Combat 1, endurance 7. That is a 4.
What does it look like to start?
I think I stumble backwards over my own feet, almost falling down, but managing to right myself as I reach for my warhammer. And happily, it is still with me. It's still on. And I raise it up to swing if he tries to come at me again.
Yeah, they're just like claws and teeth, as you know. Go ahead and roll combat 2.
That is a 12.
Nice. Go ahead and describe how you kill it or destroy it.
I think as it leaps towards me, its fangs, these sharpened teeth glinting in the little tiny bit of light that there is, they look yellowed and rotten. And I smash the warhammer directly into its face. The teeth just crumple into its face, and its eyes burst out with liquid, and it crumples to the ground.
Nice. Roll gold 7.
1.
I will tell you what you find on it. It actually had a little pouch, a little sack on its waist, like a coin pouch. There's a few coppers and silvers, nothing worth noting. But the thing that is in there that is worth noting is there's a large polished chunk of amber, beautifully polished chunk of amber, inside of which, preserved forever in the amber, is a fairy. It's worth what gold? What do you do?
Well, I pocket that for sure. And I think actually, you know what? I'm not going to pocket it because amber is reflective. So I think I'm going to try and hold it up and use it to direct the light so I can get a better view of what's
Yeah.
up ahead.
I like that. You can make a 2 die hunt roll. Yeah. Use whatever little bit of light there is.
Trying real hard.
Yeah.
That is a 4.
Take your token. I will tell you that the tunnel takes a sharp curve and down. And also, I will tell you that you will catch, well, you'll see that. But then what you'll hear is voices in the distance. Not discernible what they're saying, but speech.
So not quite like the ones I had heard before, a little different.
No, this sounds like speech, like conversation
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to continue forward and down, uh trying to still direct the light as much as I can, even though it's probably going to cut off pretty soon.
You eventually turn a corner to where you don't need that anymore because there's light up ahead. It's a pale, sickly light. It flickers like firelight, but it's not orange or red or yellow. It's a sort of green. And the tunnel deposits you ultimately into an interesting space. You see stalls, tents, people moving in and out, people hawking their wares, conversation. It's some sort of bazaar or market, but it doesn't have this sort of like chaotic, loud, bustling energy of any bazaar or market you've been into. It has an energy, but it's quiet. It's furtive. It's people having low conversations with each other. It's whispered transactions. What do you do?
I would like to quietly walk up to the nearest market table or the nearest vendor or tent and take a look at the wares, see what sort of things are being sold at this market.
I can't roll.
I have skills in crafting, so if it's local crafts,
Yeah, maybe like looking
yeah,
for something of good make.
yeah.
I like that.
I got a 6.
Take your token. The first booth you find is someone selling little silver bottles of tinctures. This person is wearing a heavy blue veil over their face, and they spread their hands out as if to like show you their wares. It's a number of little silver bottles. Each has a different colored ribbon tied to it.
I would like to pick up one of the bottles to get a better look at it, just to see if, when I move the bottle, how does the stuff inside, is it liquid? Does it move around?
The bottles themselves are indeed like solid color. You can't look inside. You can hear,
Okay.
but they are stamped. And this one is stamped with what appears to be like a kidney shape.
Interesting. Are there any other like quickly notable stamps or recognizable stamps for
It's other
somebody who wouldn't be
it's
very good
other
at recognizing
organs,
things?
hearts, lungs, that kind of thing.
I would like to gesture to the heart one
Hmm.
and quietly ask, how much?
And they sort of like cross their hands a little bit and are rubbing their hands. And they lean forward and say, "On the house for a brand new customer."
Oh, that's gonna be bad, but I'm gonna take it with gratitude. Thank you. That's very kind.
I take the bodies, you see. I take the bodies and I place them in my rotting room. And over time, as the bodies decompose, I collect the drippings. Heart drippings are very good for vitality, for strength, for endurance. You seem very strong yourself. If something should happen to you, I wonder if you could be persuaded to make arrangements to have your body delivered to me. I could decoct much from your flesh.
Well, I don't have any funeral rites I follow, so to speak, but I'm not certain that I would want to just give my body away for free.
No, 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 I would never suggest as such. Return to me. Think of your price. We can discuss it then.
I will think on this. The body is just a body after all.
You can take this bottle, this little decoction, heart decoction. As you step away, you almost step into someone who's standing behind you. A man wearing filthy traveling clothes and beaten leathers. He has no eyes in his sockets. It looks like perhaps maybe they were stabbed out or something at some point, and now there's just scarred flesh where they used to be. And he says, "I can tell you're new to the Ghoul market. How did you manage to find yourself here?
Man's got to have his secrets.
Indeed, indeed. I am Fabian the Many-Sighted. An ironic title, you might think.
Perhaps, but I have heard that people who lose one sense can often gain in others.
Oh, yes, yes. I have many, many excellent sights. The sight of the nose. And he gets up close to you and goes, the sight of the ear. And he puts his ear up to you. Oh, what powerful, powerful organs you have, sir. And of course, the sight of the tongue. And he just begins like licking you, licking your arm, licking your chest, whatever exposed flesh he can get to.
Oh, I push him away.
I'm sorry. Enough of you lingers on my tongue, though, that I can tell you are formidable indeed. Tell me, have you thought much about how you're going to return to wherever you came from?
I figured I would just go back the way I came.
That is probably not possible. The Ghoul market's entrances and exits are not fixed in time and space.
So you're saying that I could exit the same exit I came in and come out somewhere, sometime completely different, completely wrong.
If it is even there, I can help you. I can take you back to where you came from. Indeed, I can bring you here from any place that has a grave, a cemetery, a catacomb. I can always find an entrance to the Ghoul market in such places.
And the cost is?
Very small indeed. Lodging with you and yours for a time.
I am currently staying with a large company.
Yes.
Cannot speak to whether or not they would welcome you,
Yes.
but
yes.
we have had visitors in the past.
Yes. He's been getting like closer and closer to you as you speak. And he goes, your company has suffered losses. I can smell the grief on you.
Yes, it has been a perilous journey.
There is someone even here who can help you with this, you know, who can bring someone from your company back to life. The skinsmith, they call him.
How is this possible?
There are many things possible in the Ghoul market.
I would greatly like to speak to this skinsmith.
Follow me. He takes you down a couple of alleys to a sort of open air chamber, kind of surrounded on like by three walls and no roof, you know. And before you can even step inside, you can see the skinsmith, an enormous, obese, cyclopean man, just a single eye, surrounded by body parts hung from chains. His own body covered in all manner of cuts and sewn flesh. And he sort of heaves his great bulk around. He's very tall, too, about 10 feet tall. Heaves himself around, looking at various projects on various stone tables in various states of completion. There he is.
I I step in towards this cyclops creature. Excuse me.
They turn.
I hear that you are able to bring back those who are dead.
Ich Württemberg over dieser Ohr.
I turn back to the other guy.
Fabian says. He agrees that yes, this is true, and he will bring your dead back to life for a bit of your. The word doesn't translate perfectly, if I'm being quite honest. We shall say a bit of your essence. Yes, how he also says that he retains the right to add a bit of artistic flair to the individual brought back to life.
Can he show me proof that he can do this?
That would be most offensive to the skinsmith.
How how would he know who to bring back to life? Wouldn't their bodies be decayed?
You bring him a body in any state of decay, and the skinsmith can bring it back to life for a small price, part of your essence. That is the fullness of the transaction.
And I suppose you can't tell me more about this essence.
Out of character, your essence. It's something fundamental about your character. Maybe you give up an item of personal significance, maybe a skill, maybe your drive changes.
Okay, okay. I like that. It's dramatic.
Fabian, the many-sided, will help facilitate this transaction, will get you to and from the ghoul market quickly if you can think of a company member you want to bring back to life.
Oh, I think. Oh, this is a tough choice. I think Baza would probably. You know what? I think Baza would wait.
Uh,
He's going to wait. I'm going to hold this thought. I'm going to remember this interaction and think on it.
the skinsmith goes back to his work. Fabian says, well, shall we go home then?
How long do you plan on staying with the company exactly?
A perfectly reasonable length of time.
You do understand that if you get up to any sort of mischief, it's going to look poorly upon me.
I will be on my best behavior, I assure you.
I appreciate that. Well, lead the way then.
Indeed. That will conclude our time in the Delve. I'll see you back at camp.
See you at camp.